Hello, I would like to make a video about my gender. I want to talk about being non-binary. Non-binary means it's an umbrella term which means that it can cover multiple different but connected experiences of feeling, living, and identifying as something that is not strictly male or female. And I don't use any alternative labels, not necessarily. I do feel a little bit like gender fluid sometimes, but not enough to use it as a label usually. I wouldn't use that to describe myself, but it's like something that I do feel sometimes. And being non-binary means that, you're not completely male or female. You are either a combination or somewhere in between, or you might not really know, you might not really care, you might feel that you're something else entirely besides male or female. And it doesn't have to do with your physical body, it's more about, your feelings and your lifestyle and stuff like that. So that is my gender. I started feeling that way when I was in middle school. I just sort of perceived that I felt and acted different from all the other kids in school of either gender, and it was already something I was aware of. I always felt a bit different, but middle school was when it started, and I learned about non-binary identity from the internet. In fact, I'd already heard of it before, but it just hadn't really felt completely like me at that point. But then as I got a bit older, it was like, yeah, I really do feel that way. And I'm out to multiple people in my life, such as my family, and they don't like dislike it, but they don't really acknowledge it. Like, they don't call me by my preferred name, they call me by my dead name. And they usually still call me things that don't align with my preferences. So that's what frustrates me. So, they're like supportive, but not really. And that makes me feel upset, but it doesn't upset me as much as it used to, because I've got some friends who support me and understand, and I also just don't part of me is just kind of like, I just don't get upset as much as I used to, which isn't to say that getting upset wouldn't be justified. It absolutely would, but if I feel comfortable with being misgendered, which is not holistically true, it's only partially true, but even so, comfort is good, I say, especially if, you need it, right? You gotta take what you can get, and this isn't an encouragement of the exception of these negative things, but more an acknowledgement of the necessity to just accept things sometimes that you can't control, such as, parents not being reasonable towards your preferences, such as is in my case the situation. Authority figures don't very often like to, do their job of being supportive to those underneath them. This is a pattern that you see in everything the more you look. But, it's just a privilege thing, and I know that. So I'm not worried about it. I don't get upset. anymore, not usually, but it still stings sometimes. Anyway, that's my gender, and that's my story about it. Yeah. At least that's the brief version. I don't know if I need to provide any details that I can really think of, so that'll be it. Farewell.